Well, hey there, folks. John Duffin here, Duffin Media. Welcome to another edition. It's our January 2025 version of Get Your Year in Gear and everything else. Top tips to help you communicate your best and to make certain that if you are selling, managing, leading, communicating, building relationships, seeking results, well, you're in the right place. And thrilled that you're showing up for me today, too. So, folks, here's the deal. If you're here on LinkedIn Live, fantastic. If you are here on Facebook Live, welcome and thank you. And if you're here on YouTube Live, that is phenomenal. Now, you want to make this even more customized and cool? Tell you what, since you're nice enough to be here, to share the time with me, drop a note in the comments so I'll know specifically that you're here. And then we can get to customize things, speak a little bit more direct and on point. But I'm just glad you're here at all. Makes me really happy when you show up. So again, like the whole focal point of what we get to do is short, sweet tidbits, tips, techniques, ways to save time, to be more precise. I've been asked a number of times, and it's funny because I don't remember being asked this often, but kudos to Jay Duran, the culture man, kudos to Maria Quattrone, and several other people asking me, what is my word of the year? And my word of the year happens to be precision. And precision, in my case, to answer your question, maybe it was just in your head, but I'm answering the question that I'm anticipating, which is, why do I choose a word at all? And why do I choose the word precision? Christopher Big Jim Lamont. Yeah, that's so darn cool, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. I love that you are here. Thank you for chiming in, too. My man, Chris, is a seriously talented voiceover artist, tech guru who has helped me. And I guested on Christopher Big Jim's podcast prior with Brad Leno, Brad Storm. So absolutely a big old hero of mine. So in the meantime, why am I choosing the word precision? I want to get to a point more quickly. The way that happens so that you're not in a million different directions not only helps you, it helps anyone you were speaking with. If there was anything that garners results, get there in a way that gets you there faster with a clearer sense of purpose and direction. You're 100% welcome, buddy. And put you in a place where people want to cooperate more with you. So, what do we get to do today in this world of precisions? I'm going to ask a question right off the bat. Any questions at all? Well, I hope so. By the way, that's our topic for today. Questions, questions, questions. Because in my world, in my experience, the easiest path to results is not just asking questions, but asking great questions. Great questions. I'm going to tell you a little bit in terms of overall background real fast. I happen to host a podcast. It's called Your Message Received, about 127 episodes in, and I'm speaking a little quickly. I must be excited about that. And also, I bring it up not to do some self-serving yay for me thing, but I bring it up because it enables me to continue to practice the art of asking questions, asking good questions. I get told a lot. That's what I do. Now, I didn't invent this. And trust me, I certainly didn't perfect this. But the reason I can say with such clarity that it matters so much is I've seen the results. I come from a background of broadcast advertising, sales, and sales management. And I leveraged that in order for me to be able to gain access to people. build relationships. So whether it's in the world of podcasting, whether it is the world of sales coaching, sales training, I got to tell you, there's a gift in order to ask great questions. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, when I say questions asked and answered, how do they help? I'm giving you some good clues in regards to the answers since I smacked them up on the page right up alongside there. However, they do help you build and garner trust. They help you build rapport, right? People respect the fact that you're asking them something that is not some surfacey, sloppy, whatever question. The ability to be able to ask good questions also brings you into a position where you get to the heart of a situation faster. I brought up the word precision before, right? And knowing that, the reason it matters, because when you're building rapport, when you're garnering trust, when you're getting closer to a situation, whether it's with an individual or a group or a situation, what happens is this. People respect the fact that you have gone to the trouble to ask them something that actually matters to them. Here's how one way I know. I take great pride in when somebody says to me, "Oh, that's a great question." I mean, I actually do take pride in it. I never gloss that over. And the reason I don't is because I think it's a mutual act of respect. You know, when somebody asks me something that matters to me, I have such respect for the other person. You know, you rarely guess a good question. So then what occurs? It allows you to solve real problems, not surface problems, not let me get this clown out of the office problem, right? In a sales career, in a coaching career, I have found people do not immediately disclose information. Everybody is, hey, listen, you tell me. When somebody just starts peppering you with questions, do you consider that a good thing? I don't. I'm really guarded by nature. And don't know where that came from. Don't know if that was a case of growing up feeling guarded. Who knows? I used to protect myself in ways unnecessarily so. Forgive me, I'm laughing with you. Thank you. Hell no is right. No, I hate it. I hate it. And I ask questions. I hate it because I think it's invasive. I don't know you. So there is a big difference in asking questions and asking good questions. Okay? That's the key. To just come off like somebody from the press corps. So what about? And you're like, yo, I'm going to tell you, it's the exact opposite of precision. Just firing off questions. I don't care how self-important you are or how self-important you sound. Nothing factors in, right? Because here, do you want to? Here's a definition. What's a great question? Anybody want to care to guess? What is a great question? Well, here's one definition. I kind of made this up. I didn't need to go to a dictionary here. A great question is a question that somebody wants to answer. That's all. If somebody actually wants to answer the question, well, that's all right. That's why I help out there. Buddy, that's why I get to help out. If somebody wants to answer it, it's a great question. If it makes them think for a second, This is not stumping people. This is not deep thoughts. This is getting somebody to say, oh, that's interesting, and making them think for a second. But here's the deal. I just said something incorrect. Has nothing to do with making anybody do anything. It's the willingness to want to. I want to answer your question. That was a good question. I appreciate the thoughtfulness of it, or the depth of it, or whatever. They don't have to be big, deep questions. And again, as I said, you're not trying to impress everybody. You know what I mean? It simply shows some respect. The fact of the matter is, you'll be like, well, why? Why are they that important? Unless you got a better way to get real solid answers. I mean, real solid answers. The only way you're getting them are good questions. So today, a couple of quick tips to remember when you are communicating with somebody. You got to get to a level that's below surface. Okay? And that ain't easy. Right? People don't want to go below surface because, again, if you're me, I was guarded. I'm still guarded. I'm a heck of a lot less guarded than I used to be, but I'm still guarded. You know, I'm grateful that I'm a little bit more brave, a little bit less cowardly. You know, all those deep, dark secrets that I was, worried about years ago, I'm not as worried about now. Would you understand this, or would you get it, or would you hurt me, or whatever? I don't really feel that way, but I still a little bit do. So here's your techniques, your top 3 for today, right? Keys to a great question. Do your homework. Do your homework. Do your homework. Do not overthink that first part. Right? You do not have to come off like some brainiac or me in grade school. I don't know. Did I ever share with you that I am the proud member, former member, legacy member, we'll say, of the Vacation Reading Club? What's that? So when I was growing up, I was the dweeby bookwormy type. So for summer vacation, I would walk around with like a book bag of books. That all ended, by the way, when Billy McDonald, one of my neighbors, beat me up in the driveway. Very real. Hey, Billy McDonald, if you're listening, I'm still reading. I probably won't run from you if I saw you now. But you certainly left an impact, we'll say, when you literally threw me all over the driveway and threw my books all over the driveway too. So just, there you go, right? I remember. So I was so hoping you would say that. I was so hoping. Please, yes. As soon as I see him, I swear to God, I am sending you his way. Thank you. That is so nice of you to say. But let me tell you, what does do your homework mean in this case? A little bit of prep work. That's all. Do your homework. A little bit of prep goes a long, long way. Google it. Google it. Google it. I got an appointment with so-and-so. I got a sales call with so-and-so. I've got a, consultation with so-and-so. Why would you not invest the 15 seconds to go in and Google somebody? Want a pro tip as opposed to just Google? This might take you 30 seconds. And I mean it, seconds. Google Vacation Reading Club. Click news when you're at Google. News, right? Why news? Well, I'm guessing not a lot has happened in regards to the Vacation Reading Club since Billy McDonald worked me over. And let's just say that was probably 53 years ago. But if there is something time-sensitive, breaking news, wouldn't you like to at least be aware of it I came from a sales related field. I was in broadcast sales and sales management for over 25 years. Can I give you an example of people going into clients trying to garner their business and somebody saying to them, this is true, I watched it more than once. God, I hope I wasn't one of them. Tell me all about your business. So can you imagine you're on the opposite side of that question? Now I'm trying to learn about your business, and what I'm going to do is dump it on your desk to teach me. Why would anybody want to answer that question? And I guarantee you, nobody did. You ask a client, a business person, hey, what are your goals for this year, this month, for the next millennium, whatever? 95% would answer the same surfacey way. Generate more sales. Great. Here's the problem with surfacey questions. You get surfacey answers. And then what are you supposed to do with them? Right? Okay, I'll go back and get you more sales. And you never could, and you never did. So, building rapport. Building rapport. The fact of the matter is, do your homework, if for no other reason, to demonstrate that you respect the other person. Right? You do. This is sometimes all it takes, is that you actually do care, that it does matter, that you were willing to not walk in like some deadbeat, ready to give a speech. See, in a communications field, delivering voice narration, sales, consultation, team building, hiring, promoting, these are conversations. They're not speeches, right? You really want to demonstrate? You do actually? Yeah, right. You do actually give a shit. Do you really want to prove point blank? Show somebody some respect. Point blank, show them respect. How do you show them respect? Do your homework a little bit. Look up something current. What else can you do? Oh, yeah. Go to their website, of course, but be a little bit careful. Websites are often untreated. I know it sounds weird, but they're not updated as frequently as they should be. So they can lead to questions, and your questions do not have to be deep. Take the basic information that you've found. You know what's a great question? Off of something you've looked at. Is this still true? Has anything changed? Do you still feel that way? Does it still matter to you? People like that because they don't like, you've heard the old cliche about assumptions, right? God, you had to, right? But the fact of the matter is, showing that you're taking the information, that you've done your homework, that you're confirming reality. Hey, does this matter to you, to your department, to your expertise? Has anything changed? Makes it feel relevant specifically to them. Two of the best sales trainers I ever had. If you're anywhere near your computer, Paul Shapiro, Sue Anderson, they were extraordinary. And I'm really channeling the two of them today, because they're the ones that simplified something very complex and very critical. Never insult somebody by not doing your homework. Why? Cancel the appointment. If you don't have time for 30 seconds of research, cancel it. Because to get questions answered, and this to me is really important, You have to earn the right to ask the question. Remember all the peppering that I was talking about, like the press corps? Picture any political press leader standing there and 900 people are blah, 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 and they just look exacerbated, right? That's the word I wanted, right? I love you, buddy. Thank you for that. I think you answered another question, and I stole that from this case, but whatever, right? I am grateful to you, Chris. I really am. So you have to earn the right to ask a question. The way you do your homework. Tread a little bit lightly. Don't go in there assuming because you read a 20-second Google article that you're the know-it-all, you're the know-it-all, you're the know-all, be-all. You're not. Allow these people to speak, to garner your respect, to earn you the right to ask another question. And then guess what? Your real pro tip. Listen, 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 listen. Don't jump in the middle of their answer with some sort of me too or that a boy or I gotcha. Yeah, I get it. Shut up. Listen. Speaking of listen, I'm one of the yappier people that you're going to meet. But when it matters, I promise you, I'm going to give you the grace to simply listen to you. And if there is a couple of seconds of uncomfortable silence, so what? I'm going to continue. I'm going to allow you to speak. I'm going to make sure that you have fully spoken. And then guess what you get to do? If you listen properly, if you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to ask them this next, if you're not doing that, you will get the chance to ask a great question thereafter. Because let me ask you a question. When somebody demonstrates that they are listening to you, is that good news or bad? Darn right, buddy. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much if you speak as you speak, if not more, right? Because giving somebody the grace of doing your homework, it's here's your big 3. Prove you've done your homework. Then allow the person you're speaking with collectively, right? To confirm the reality. Hey, is that still true? Does it still matter? Has anything changed? Listen to them. And then you get the chance to ask a killer great question. What's a killer great question? It's relevant to the matter at hand in the moment that you're asking. Who cares what their experience was in 1984 unless it's relevant right now? If somebody says, hey, when I started in the corporation in 1984, we believed in X. In 2025, we are, see what I mean? The fastest way for precision, the fastest way to solve a real problem is to ask great questions. Why I keep amplifying that? I'll tell you. Very few people have bandwidth right now. Very few people have time. So many people type and text. Me and my buddy Chris happen to be in the voiceover field, so you actually speak because you have to. And from my sales and communications background, it's what I did for a living, what I still get to do. But so many people feel satisfied with either listening to a video or typing in Teams or whatever. The problem with that, and it's great, technology is brilliant. Stay with it. Thank God for it. But you have to push past when you get the opportunity, simply so that you are in a position to ask something that matters to someone who matters. Because if important decisions are on the table, if money is changing hands, I guarantee you, typing, texting, whatevering often aren't going to move the needle. I'm going to ask my VO colleague here, Big Jim, Christopher Big Jim. I'm going to ask you a question if you are still on the line. If you're not, that's okay. But the question is this: how many times in the voice field, voiceover, voice narration, whatever genre, do you get feedback from the person that you are submitting information to? How often? It's not a number question, but you submit an audition, you put your heart and soul into it, you feel great about what you did, whether we are acting or narrating or whatever the case may be, and you send in the audition. How often do you get feedback back? For me, when I do it, almost never. Unless I'm in a class, or unless I'm in, a very kind soul that would be nice enough. Almost never. So you have to optimize the opportunities where someone will speak to you. Absolutely never. In fact, for me, very, very, very few. I might get a thank you, but I rarely get a thank you. Here's what we need. Here was the problem. They don't. Thanks, bye. So money's changing hands. A job may be on the table. A promotion may be on the table. You need to get your team to do something. You can holler it out. You can bark orders. But you got to get things happening. And in 2025, where the bandwidth is so limited, because we're all so accustomed. Social media is great. Like, share, like, whatever. Don't like. That's how people are communicating. So why do you ask good questions? So that you get great answers, but more importantly, you get real, authentic answers. So if you did nothing else in terms of what to do, honest to God, remember the fact: if you want to really garner trust, build rapport, get to the heart of a situation, move the needle, solve a real problem, generate real impact, do your homework, confirm the reality in a question. Is this still true? Does this still matter? How does this impact you? Fully listen to the response and build on that answer to ask another great question, and then rinse and repeat till you got the information that you need, and then you can confirm it, solve the problem, and move accordingly. So you've heard my whole deal, and I tend to do them under a half hour simply because I don't want to inundate people. If you have any questions, if you're watching this live or on the replay, great. The easiest way to get at me is my email address. It's not my only. You can DM me on social too. I like that. I tend to be on it a lot. Some people may say too often. But whatever, right? By the way, I just typed this, and I swear to God, I didn't mean it to be all caps. I'm not angry. But thank you so much for checking me out today. For the very kind soul that contributed so well today, Christopher Big Jim Lamont. I thank you for showing up for me, for everybody. A part of the program. I'm grateful to you. Oh, one last thing. The easiest way to get direct access with me is to type the word community in the comments. In this live comment, you can email me when you type the word community. Here's what happens. I'm adding people to this very elite VIP communications group. What does it get you? Access to more of my training stuff, access to offers that come into play. The community has $0 for an investment level, right? But I can get access to you. You can get access to me. We can customize things, and you'll be part of this elite squad that I'm pulling in place in 2025. Again, no cost to join the community. Some of the offers I may put in front of you first will have investment levels, but you can make that call based on what you see, right? So anyway, comment the word community, email me with the word community, and I will get you the ability to be able to join that elite squad. Meanwhile, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. John Duffin here with Duffin Media. You are such a good man. I really appreciate you, my brother. And for everyone here, thanks so much for taking the time to show up for me today. You know where to find me. Have a great day. I promise you I'm coming back with more soon, likely Friday. It won't be tomorrow, but it will be Friday. I'll be back with more. Have a great rest of the day, folks, and we will talk soon. Bye.